Price of fruit is about the same or cheaper here than in Cuenca when purchased correctly.
Hey, hello, this is HM Family Life, Discover Cuenca, Ecuador with Angelo. Tell us about your pros and cons about the house in Salinas after we've been living here for 3 weeks.
Pros and cons. Well, there's a lot of wind in the house because, you know, we're on the 2nd floor. And pros. There's lots of light, way more light than in the Cuenca house. Pros. And that's about it for the pros. Cons. Let's see. Toilets are small, really little. The bathroom's tiny, actually. And the shower's one of those electric ones, and so it's really weird.
Okay. Well, I know the bathroom's small, but wasn't the bathroom small that you were using in Cuenca too?
Yeah, but it's just the toilet's right next to the shower, and it's like you can't. It's so there's hardly any space. And yeah, the little electric shower head things, they're weird because you can't angle it. It just goes straight down, and it's about 3 inches above my head. Actually, no, it's probably 2 inches above my head. So I mean, if I actually stand up straight,
So how
I'm in the shower, my head will touch the thing.
Oh, you're too
Head,
tall.
That's not very fun.
Okay. Have you gotten shocked?
Yeah, you don't want to touch it. And I have felt a mild shock touching it. I accidentally touched it with my hand. You know?
Ooh, that's scary.
I
don't like that.
Cons. The kitchen's kind of weird. It doesn't have any cabinets. It doesn't have any shelving. The sink is kind of a little bit rinky-dink.
Yeah, but you're making us some shelving.
Still a con.
I'm going to do the before and after video.
The water likes to go off pretty regularly here, but it goes back on quickly. You know, after half an hour or whatever. So, but it's still kind of annoying. You know, you're cooking and then bam, the water goes out.
Okay, so what do you think about the weather here in Salinas?
It's nice. It's a lot hotter than in Cuenca. But when you're inside and you're not really moving around too much, it's good. The breeze is nice.
Yeah, the breezes are nice in this house.
The air is dry, and
that's unusual for the coast, isn't it? Having dry air.
Yeah, weather.
What about the bugs? Are there any bugs?
It's not too bad. There's a few mosquitoes around, and little fruit flies around the fruit. It starts getting old. But bugs, it's not too bad. All our windows have screens and stuff though, so.
Okay, well tell us, what do you think about the buses in Salinas compared to Cuenca, the bus transportation?
A lot better. Yeah, you can grab the buses wherever you want, get off wherever you want, and the buses are more comfortable.
Here in Salinas?
Yeah, the seating is just more space, more leg room. The seats are better, they're cushioned, and they have fabric on them. Some of them have leather. The buses in Cuenca I don't like them at all. It's just, it's all plastic. There's no leg space, and with all the plastic, it's just kind of greasy.
Well, you're pretty tall, so there's not going to be a lot of leg space for real tall people.
There's not as many people on the buses here, so when you get on a bus, generally there's somewhere to sit. I've only one time gotten on the bus and there was no seating to sit down. Even on the little buses, I was able to find a seat to sit in. So, yeah, buses they're a lot better.
Well, that's great. What about the grocery store shopping? Is it just about the same, or do you think the prices are more expensive here? What's the difference between going to the grocery store here in Paseo Shopping Mall or going to the grocery store at Coral or Super Maxi?
Some of the stuff is the same, but it's a little bit more expensive.
Here in Salinas?
Yeah, generally. Well, I think Dad got like a little drill bit thing that cuts a hole in wood, big hole for like a doorknob or something, and that was like $7.50 in Cuenca, but they were $14 here at the sale. I don't know how much they cost at a regular hardware store like on the street though, but at the main store it was like twice as much. But that's a little bit more of an extreme example.
What about fruits and vegetables at the grocery store? Are they about the same price?
Not really. No, they're a little bit more expensive. Some of the stuff is about the same, the peppers or whatever.
Do you go to the Mercado?
Yeah,
How often?
every couple days.
And so what kind of, are you getting a lot more tropical fruits at the Mercado, or?
Yeah. I mean, not a lot more. We get pineapple more often and watermelon because it's a little bit cheaper when you can get a deal. Who's giving you deals?
What's the difference between the Mercado here and Feria Libre?
They're about the same, other than the fact that the Mercado here smells worse because it's hot, and there's more fish in the Mercado here, and it's hotter, so it's smellier. And of course, just walking around, it's a lot hotter because when you're in the hot sun, the weather is it's hotter here. So.
Okay, and so physically, how do you feel here? You feel better being here physically?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I got a lot less headaches. Actually, I've got a few headaches, but I don't know. I guess I just get headaches once in a while. But in Cuenca, I get headaches pretty regularly, especially when leaving the house to go anywhere, even for just like an hour.
You mean from the diesel fumes and stuff, or what?
I think all the smog was definitely a factor, but I think that the elevation was definitely had a part to play in that.
Well, that's great that you're not having headaches anymore.
But we eat a lot more watermelon here. Don't you think, hon?
Oh, definitely.
I think it's because it's hotter here. And the fact that it's a watermelon, it's got a high water content, it's just a natural to crave the watermelon.
I didn't want to sound like I was complaining when I said that there were only two pros to living in this house. Living in this house is a lot better than living in the house in Cuenca. Despite, the bathroom could be a little bit more up to date, a little bit more spacious. We're not getting like diesel fumes in the windows at night where big buses are idling in the back street. That was getting pretty bad in Cuenca. When you're sleeping and a bunch of smog fumes get into your window. After you've been out all day and you've been in the smog. So yeah, I definitely like living in this house a lot more than the house in Cuenca, despite the fact that it's a little bit older. It's just, there's way more light, there's lots of air. It's better. It's just better. And I also like living in Salinas a lot more. There's no smog, there's lots of buses, it's easy to get around, the weather's a lot better, no mold, no smog, it's just better. So. Yeah, I definitely like living in Salinas way more. I definitely like living here a lot more.
Okay, well great. Thanks, Angelo, for that. We appreciate all that elaboration. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say before we sign off?
If you like the video, thumbs it up. And if you like the channel, subscribe.
All right. Okay, great. Well, thanks, Angelo.